Hello, my name is Kenny Jones, and welcome to Community.
Welcome to my vlog.
Welcome to the vlog!
Welcome to the vlog.
Alright, y'all, welcome to Community. We're here with Jess Dutra, one of my good friends. And today we're just going to talk about her life and just about that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about how we met, the reason why we know each other.
Okay, I know Kenny because Kenny is my best friend in the entire world's godbrother.
I am.
Are you guys even blood related?
No.
Okay.
It's because of our dads met in the Navy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's really fucking cute.
Yeah, we have the same tattoo too.
You do?
Yeah. We got matching tattoos.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so Jarrell is from Stockton, where I'm from, and he's my best friend ever in the entire world, and he moved here, and then you were going to school here. Are you still going to school?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so still in school, whatever.
Nice.
But yeah, you guys came to PB Sushi, and we just got drunk as fuck. We got lit.
We really did.
Really just, and that's what I just be doing. People would just be
That was the best though. That was fun.
Yeah.
So you said Stockton. You're from Stockton.
Yes.
How do you think that's influenced you just in general, being from Stockton?
Aside from natural born swag.
Yeah, you have that, of course.
I mean, everyone, obviously.
Yeah.
So I feel like Stockton is super known for like crime, obviously
Yeah.
that's a thing. But I think something about Stockton I feel like anyone could relate to that's from a really, really small town is there's nothing to do there.
Yeah.
There's literally absolutely nothing to do. So all you can really do is just hang out with your family and your friends.
Yeah.
And that's all we did. And we were just hanging out in the Sonic parking lot in the back of my friend's truck, just fucking shooting the shit and just being together and being super loyal to each other and loving each other. So I feel like if anything, having that really close like group of people that you care about just kind of has instilled in me the way I am loyal to somebody, the way I love and care about someone, just because that's just all we have to do is like keep our loved ones close to us, you know?
I think it definitely like redefines a person too, especially like with the stigma of Stockton. It's like that's like that hard place when it's really, you don't have to be like that.
No, you're just extremely close to who you're close to, and everyone is just real as fuck. And I feel like that's kind of what's made me stand out. I take that upbringing to on air with my job. I have to be authentically myself.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. So what brought you to San Diego?
My uncle Chris lived here, my aunt Sal.
Super dope guy.
Yeah, shout out
Shout out
to my uncle and auntie.
Yeah.
Really, like, they gave me the opportunity to have a life I didn't even know I wanted, honestly, because I was in Stockton, I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do, and I did not, I was just gonna be at freaking Macaroni Grill or something, and shout out Macaroni Grill, but like still. But you know, my dad didn't want me to go. I mean, just because he didn't want me to leave.
Yeah,
you know?
it's far. Like it's legitimately far.
It's far,
Yeah.
especially for how our family is. And he wasn't down, and my uncle Chris was just like, let her live with us for a while. You know, kind of chill. We'll get her on her feet, and you know. So I moved out here a month after I graduated high school, and I didn't have a car. I just rode the bus everywhere, rode my bike everywhere. And I lived with them for about like a year and a half, and then I just fucking popped off from there.
Yeah, literally. And then you graduated.
And then I graduated state.
You did that, definitely.
Yeah.
How were your times there?
Honestly, it's whatever. Like, okay, I'm not gonna shit.
I didn't even say anything.
I'm not gonna shit on anyone. Like, it's fine. I mean, I was a transfer student. So I went to Mesa and I went to City. And so by the time I got to state, I was just like trying to get the fuck out. And and honestly too, it's just like, iHeart was my college. iHeart was my sorority. I had no real interest to be there at all. I wasn't like connected to school to the way I was connected to like radio and entertainment, and also like Mesa and City was dope. Like that's where I got a lot of like my radio and television classes, like hands-on shit there, and like really cool professors and like way more, just more opportunities to like actually speak to them, and I was super involved in like the after school programs and tutoring stuff like there. And then when I got to state, it's so different being on a campus like that, you know, and in those kind of classrooms. So yeah, I was just trying to get the fuck out.
Yeah, but you mentioned iHeart. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I got an internship at iHeart because it was funny because I never had any real. I didn't know that I wanted to do radio.
Really?
That was just random. I knew whatever I was going to end up doing was going to be performance focused because I grew up competitive dancing and theater, and I've always been just like super obnoxiously outgoing.
You're a natural
and,
like entertainer.
Yeah,
sure.
I've always been that way.
Yeah.
So I knew I needed to channel that into something, but I didn't know it was going to be radio. And I got out of the class. I got out of like a really late class. And I remember I was like sitting in the Chipotle parking lot listening to 933, and the night guy on at the time was doing like some story or topic about like Bruno Mars, and so I called in and was probably like, "Don't talk about Bruno Mars," like on some dumb shit, and he thought it was funny, and then he recorded a couple of different calls with me. And that's what we do. Like if a really good caller calls in, like we'll just get their number, or we'll just record a ton of shit with them and just bank it, you know? And so he like was doing different shit with me, and he was like, "Have you ever considered doing radio?" And I was like, "No."
Of course not.
Yeah, I was like, "No, why?" And he was like, "Well, we have an internship here. Like, let me send you the info. If you're interested, cool. If not, no worries. I just think like you're really funny and you would be good at it." And I was like, "Okay." So I ended up reaching to the internship contact. I met her. I got the internship, and then from there, the internship just consisted of being on the street team and then sitting in on like 1 or 2 shows. Which, like, I wish every place could have internships because I wouldn't have known.
That's really the true way to figure out, like, if you want to do something.
Dude, I had no idea that I liked being on air behind a microphone until I got to sit in on a show and do it. At all. So I did that, and then they ended up hiring me onto the street team. And that gave me the opportunity just to like fall in love with San Diego, because when you're on the street team, we're doing the radio station is at every single big event all around the city, like anywhere. If whatever's holiday, whatever's poppin', whatever festival or 5K or anything, we're there. And so that's how I got to know the area, and also, you know, the different demographics of the different stations that we have within iHeart, and just meeting people. So I think too, that definitely helped me get to where I'm at and have that connection with the listeners that I have, is because they've been seeing me for like 6 years now and actually seeing me, you know? So that was really cool to do that. Yeah,
definitely. You're talking about like seeing you, and we were talking a little bit about like representation before. Like, how do you think that you've influenced that a little bit?
I think, well, I definitely do things on purpose. And intention. And like, I think one example that comes to mind is like, I don't care if I don't have makeup on when I do videos. I don't care if I look like shit. I don't care like shit for whoever thinks that. I don't care if I did a video one time because I had a cold sore and people kept asking me what's wrong with my cold sore, and I was like, stop fucking asking me. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, especially with young girls, you know, I want people to know, I don't want people to be so concerned with how they look, because they already are with everything.
There's already so much attention.
It's a really big thing for me to record myself in every state that I'm in. When I look pretty and I'm done up, and when I fucking just woke the fuck up and I'm hungover as shit and I'll make a funny video like that. I like being funny. I like, it's okay to look ugly. Like you know what I mean? And so I don't want that to be, I don't want being silly or being goofy to be an awkward thing, because when I was little, I was always the really goofy, funny girl, and I felt like that wasn't good enough because I wasn't like the pretty girl. So I want people to like have fun with, like, not be ashamed of their personalities, and I feel like you need to be a certain type of female to get that kind of spotlight. So I do that a lot. And even just when I do videos, when I'm like, hey queen, like I want that shit instilled in whoever I'm speaking to, whoever's looking at me, you know, I want to do that. And so that's always really important to me, because I didn't really see what I wanted to be. I haven't yet.
Yeah, that's the hardest part, I think, too, because we're trying to like pave this future, but we really don't know what it looks like.
Right.
We're constantly trying to build it.
Yeah. And I didn't know that until I started working with Gina, who's the host on the show that I work for. Yeah. And seeing her and getting to like be that close to her was different, because she's, her upbringing is, and where she's from is somewhat similar to mine, and her family's similar to mine, and the way they are. So to see someone like her coming from where she has, create what she has, gives me hope that I can do that too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, the entire show, which I think, and again, like I was just an intern on the promotions team, and I got hired, and it was Kramer and Gina who asked me if I wanted to be a part of the show. Yeah. And again, like I had no idea, and they just let me do social media. Because before that, like there was no face presence or no like line of connection from the listener to who was on air in the way that I created it to be. Like I've given that, I've given like a looking glass into us so people can fall in love with Kramer and Gina in the way that I have. Like I know them very well. I know when they're gonna say something funny. Yeah. Like and I want and that's the way that they get connected to us, And so with them, when they asked me to do that, they just gave me free range just to create whatever I wanted, and I think that's really important too, especially in whatever industry you're in, but to, be able to support. And Kramer has taught me so much. I definitely, just the way how raw and open he is about himself personally. Right. That's how I want to be too, and he pushes me. And producer Chris, like, he's just like my radio dad, showing me everything. And C-Riz, like, I met C-Riz on the street team, and he made, he kind of taught me the way I wanted to carry myself, and how I wanted to, my work ethic definitely changed when I met him, you know? So that entire show has like been different pieces of me that have been even made it possible for me to do what I do.
That's super dope. And just how you like let us into their lives too, like everything is so transparent, I feel like. And I think that's the most important thing, like when you're trying to sell something to people, or you're trying to sell like yourself, being like honest with yourself and honest with the people is all they really want.
They just want to know, and they want to know like what's like the shit behind what's going on. Because obviously, like what we do on the air is real and it's authentic, but it's definitely as authentic as we're allowed to be. Right. So with social media, it's like that different lens to where we have free range to be more ourselves, and to be funny, and to catch those moments that you don't get to see because you're just listening. But now that we have social media, and like they let me just do whatever the fuck we want, it's like you're hanging out with us the way that we just kick it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. I think just taking back the narrative that like social media is a bad thing too, because a lot of people get that because of like some of the things that have been going on.
Oh yeah.
I think it definitely flips that in that sense too.
Yeah. Social media it's taken over like everything, and it's definitely what you make it, but I feel like it's given people, if you use it the way that, however you want to, and I think that's another thing too that we have to remember. Like social media, like that's their platform to do whatever they want to do. Right. So people always complain about seeing too much of something from somebody. Well, just don't follow them. Right. Block them or whatever. Don't follow, because, and that's another thing. Like that's your space to do or say whatever you want to say. Yeah. And that's why there's videos of me crying on Instagram. Like keep that shit up. Like like that's who I am, and I talk about things that are personal to me because that's what I want to use it for. Right. And and also it gives you access to worlds that you've never seen before.
All the time.
Like with everything. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like with like I follow dancers like the way I follow music, and so I'm able to see people all over the world doing whatever they want to do. So social media is lit unless you're a troll. If you're a troll, then just don't be a troll. Don't be a troll.
That just reminds me of Tyler the Creator.
Oh my god.
Because he's transformed though.
Yeah. Because
he used to be like the #1 troll. But now he's GQ Man of the Year.
And now he's like doing his thing, wearing his cute little scarf and hat and shit. And that's what I'm saying. Like, social media is dope when you just let people just fucking be themselves. That's what it's there for. You know
Honestly,
what I mean? Yeah.
Definitely. So, how do you think your influence on like younger generations with your sister has like helped you to help other like younger girls?
Like, are you saying like what? Okay, what do you mean?
Like, sorry, that was probably a horrible way to say it. Like,
no, it's okay.
Your experiences with your sister, that's taught you how to be like a bigger sister for other like people, you know?
Oh yeah, no.
How has that affected you?
100%. Like if I didn't have my sister, okay, and that's another thing too. Like my sister, she's 17, and she is the complete opposite of me.
Yeah.
Like complete opposite. She is very. She's way cooler than I am. Like, it's stupid. The drip is too insane, you know? And like without even trying. And she's stubborn and she's hard-headed and it takes a lot to like pull things out of her. But because I have a little sister, like I know what she's experiencing.
Right.
And then also too, obviously I know what she's experiencing because I've gone through similar situations, but being around a different kind of female that is her, I'm able to see the way that she handles things and reacts to things and shuts down about certain things and stuff like that. So knowing that, it definitely changes the way, again, like what I talk about and what I do and what I say and how open I am.
Yeah, like right now.
Okay, so my ultimate goal would be to be a leading role on the show, whether it's hosting or co-hosting. I love the atmosphere that Kramer and Gina have because it's like a big group of friends, and I thrive off of that interaction. Like I feel like I want to be on the morning show. Morning, I mean, that day part is just, you just have more of a free range to like to connect with listeners, and you have more of a platform to showcase who you are and go more into depth of your personality.
Definitely.
So I definitely want to do that, and wherever I end up, if it's, I would love for it to be in San Diego, just because I've grown up with the listeners, and to be able to continue that journey with people would be so special to me. But if it's not here, then it's going to be somewhere else, and I don't care where that is. No matter what it is, I want to have that connection with the people that I'm listening to. I want to be someone that they look forward to listening to in the mornings, and that they look to for advice, or I want to be open about things that I've gone through so people can relate and feel like they're not alone. And I want to get involved with community and have my own, like Gina has a girls empowerment conference. I want to get to that point where like I'm at a level where I can help younger women and put things like that together for people who haven't been exposed to that before, you know? So that's definitely what I want to do eventually. And TV, I could do TV too.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what I'd want to do on TV. But yeah, it just whatever I do, it just has to be whatever I want it to be, because I'm not trying to be, I don't want to do like some fake shit.
Yeah, that's not you.
Yeah.
It's been you for too long. Yeah. That's the thing, it really has.
Oh, okay, alright, I don't know, can't be on the news, guys, it's just not gonna work for me.
It's not.
Yeah, I'm not, you won't see me on like, I mean, I don't know if I can be on the news, but I could do like some
Weather person.
Unless they let me be like, yo, it's gonna be hella cold.
It's gonna be hot.
Basically, you need 5 different outfits today. It's gonna be this in the morning, this in the afternoon, this at nighttime.
That's what the people need.
That's what they need. They need someone to say that. Nobody says that. They're just like, it's red flag morning today. And I'm like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. I don't live that far out in Alpine.
Right. You're about to bring it on your show when it happens.
I know, weather forever. Yeah,
that'll be dope.
So yeah, honestly, whatever. I'm down for whatever. The glow up is coming.
It's coming. I know it is. Well, I appreciate you spending some time with me, and wishing the best for you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Aww, Kenny.
Yes.
How cute. It was the community.